going on, y'all? Today we here at Kids from the Mill podcast. We got Mr. Musa here. You know what I mean? And so before we get started today, we just want him to introduce himself and tell y'all a little bit about him and why he's here today.
How you doing? Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome.
Super. You guys have a beautiful spot, and just walking in, you guys threw me a nice sweater, a hat, so much love. I'm feeling that right away. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, man. You know, so why don't you go ahead and describe or tell, let the viewers know who you are, because a lot of people may not be familiar with who you are and what you do.
Okay, yeah. You want my whole story?
Yeah,
All right, let's do this. Okay, well, my name's Musa. Born and raised in Milwaukee. Family of 5 siblings and 4 sisters, so we have a big family. My story starts on Oakland and Edgewood, right by UWM. My father opened up a restaurant back in the late 90s, which was Casablanca, but it is right now Carini's. If you're familiar with Carini's Italian restaurant, it used to be Casablanca in the 90s. So my father, being an immigrant from Palestine, he had me work at the age of 8, embedded hard work ethics in my life, and I would stand on milk carts and do dishes and bus tables and work 40 hours a week, as long as I can remember. So my father retired on Oakland and moved to Mitchell Street, and we were there for about 4 years. My father got ill, and he ended up wasn't able to work. So my brother and I opened up the Casablanca on Brady Street back in 2006. Now, when we took that location, we didn't have any money to our name. We probably had $3,000 in our savings and a couple credit cards. That building at the time was burnt down. They had a fire damage when it was Club 728, and we wanted that location. We're like, you know what? We always wanted to be on the east side. When we were on Oakland, we did so well. So we're like, dude, this Brady Street is a perfect location for us. Now, before actually signing that lease, everyone was like, you guys are stupid for taking this place. It's burnt down. There was 3 restaurants that failed within the 5 years. It's jinx. This is a bad location. That end of Brady Street's dead. Don't do it. But we just went with our gut feeling. We were like, you know what? No, it feels right. So at the time I was 17 and my brother Al was 19. We signed the lease, and by the grace of God, the landlord gave it to us. We told her that our father was some big tycoon in Palestine. He got a lot of money, and we stretched the truth.
Right.
So, she liked our concept. She said, she used to go to our restaurant back in Oakland. She loved the idea, and she's like, a good Middle Eastern restaurant would be hot on Brady Street. So she gave us that chance. So we ended up renting it from her. It took us like 4 or 5 months to get that place ready, and I'll tell you this, I was basically doing everything I can do to get that place ready on my own hands, because we didn't have the luxury and the money to hire like a contractor or companies to fix that place up. So I remember, being in that basement, cleaning the smoke damage with the SOS pad and some degreaser, and I'll tell you, man, I was coughing up smoke for weeks. And my brother was trying to, building, he was painting, trying to put the floor together with tiles, and we had the whole family basically pitching in and helping out. So after the 5-month period, we were ready to open the doors. When we opened the doors, we didn't have a penny to our name. And we were like, dude, if we don't make money on the first day, we're not gonna be able to order anything for the next day or even pay our staff. The first day, our grand opening was a big success, and it just went on from there, right? So after 7 years being in business, in 2015, we were like, you know what? We got a big family. We need to expand. Casablanca is very successful. We're always packed on the first floor. We never have space available. So we're like, do we open up another location, or what do we do? And we're like, you know what? If we open up another location, we're gonna have to split the family. Let's just build up. And that's what we did. So we got a loan, did a huge construction project on that building, and made that first floor into a second floor building. So we added a new kitchen, new basement, an elevator. So it was a capacity at the time when we first opened, it was like 120. Now it's 480. And I'll tell you this, man, I don't think there's a business or a restaurant that did what we did. We didn't close a single day. And that construction took like around 4 months. And I remember we were operating with no roof and praying that there was not going to be rain that day.
Right.
So how do you operate a restaurant with building a brand new kitchen? We ended up buying a trailer, a food trailer, and we put it on the sidewalk, and we built a tunnel from that trailer to the dining room. So when we were remodeling and making a brand new kitchen, we were cooking out of that trailer and running that food from the trailer to the dining room. It was an experience, man, and we didn't close a single day. Think about when you're in business, you have your regulars, and you got all these bills coming in. You can't close. We didn't have the luxury of closing,
Right.
and we didn't want our regulars to start going somewhere else. So we didn't close a single day, and that was very impressive.
It sound like it, man. It sound real amazing. You know what I mean? It sound like it was a lot of work put into it.
It was.
And
Never want to go through that again.
no, absolutely.
And then we ended up taking over. It was called 812, the Ryan Braun restaurant in Brookfield.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. Everyone's like, "Hey, man, that place is jinx." It went through 4 or 5 restaurants within the last 5 years. And I feel like we want a challenge. So I feel like we picked the restaurants that are the hardest to succeed, because we ended up taking over that place, remodeled it, tore it down, built it from scratch, and we've been there for 7 years in Brookfield. And we recently took over the burger place. It's now called Musa's, about like 7 years from North Point.
Yeah.
And that's our story, man.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's an amazing story. You know what I mean? I commend you for the hard work, man.
Thank you.
So today, we're here to talk about politics, right?
Sure, let's talk about politics.
The office spot that you're running for. Can you explain to us, like, what district you're running for and why?
Yep. So it's the 3rd district, Lower East Side. That's Brady Street, North Ave, Oakland, Prospect, Bradford area, the beach area. I'm a current resident on Brady Street. I live there with my wife and 3 children. And I'll tell you this, I never thought in my life that I would ever run for politics. I held numerous fundraisers, such as like Tammy Baldwin, Gwen Moore, Mandela Barnes. We've always been involved with like doing fundraisers, doing food drives, donating to campaigns, but I never thought about actually running myself. The reason why I'm running is because our previous alderman, Jonathan Brostoff, God rest his soul, passed away in late November, and that's why the seat's available. I was very close with Jonathan. I was actually with him at his last safety meeting on Brady Street at Hose on Brady after the incident that happened in October with the big crowd making havoc. So we had a town hall meeting, and after that meeting, we were walking probably for like an hour down Brady Street, and we were just talking and reminiscing about the good old days, and I felt like something was off with him, man. Like I felt like he was burnt out, he was tired, and he tried his best, right? Yeah. And I've known him for 15, 20 years, I would say. Okay. And I'll tell you, on that Sunday, the day before he passed away, I sent him a text message, which I'd love to show you it. It was a video clip from Denzel Washington, and it was a clip on telling you how to treat yourself good. He liked it, and he replied, "Thank you." And that next day, he passed away. And I just felt like, running in his honor, and of course, being a Brady Street resident and having businesses in the 3rd district, why wouldn't I, right? I want to see the East Side, Brady Street, Oakland, North Ave, Prospect. I want to see it safe. I want to see it thrive. I can tell you there's so many businesses, including ours, that are suffering. We're down, and everyone's down. Everyone's complaining. And I ask, why are we down? And people are like, inflation, but a lot has to do with crime. A lot has to do with car break-ins. People don't want to patronize establishments when they feel like their car can get broken into. And that's not right. And it wasn't like that.
What's going on, y'all? This is Chris over at the Mill Clothing Company, home of the customs. Come on in here, get anything you see in store or on our website. Our address is 2000 North Farwell, so y'all make sure y'all pull up. We are home of the customs. We're going to make anything you see unique just for you. So make sure y'all pull up.